Hey guys, it's Al again. I'm back here with another episode of Retro Gaming, and with SummerSlam coming up this weekend as you're watching this, or at least as the video goes live, I figured it'd be a good time to take a look at a wrestling game, so I settled on Saturday Night Slam Masters. I believe this game is from 1993 or 1994. It was released on both the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo. I am playing the Super Nintendo version on an emulator. I did have this one growing up, and I really enjoyed it. I actually make believe that a lot of these guys were actual wrestlers at the time, and there's a few of them you'll notice are directly ripped off from actual wrestlers. And the guy on the main screen is actually a direct ripoff, obviously, of Hulk Hogan. We'll get into another one later that I think is kind of fun. But we're going to take a look at a few different match types. There's actually only two. We're going to start single. We're going to do, I believe it was 2 singles matches. Then we're going to do a couple tag matches. And then I'm going to look at somebody that is just directly ripped off from a wrestler, and we're going to have some fun. But we're going to start off by playing as Mike Hagar, and you'll notice him from the Final Fight franchise. So yeah, they put him in their wrestling game, which I actually think is kind of cool. I always thought of this guy as Blanca before he turned green. This guy I'm fighting. But anyways, I'm going to be quiet now. I'm going to let you guys watch. I have to admit, I didn't really remember the controls when I started this. It's been several years since I've played this game. But each character, I do believe, has special moves. I just couldn't figure out how to use it. I couldn't even really refigure out the grappling. But I'm going to let you guys watch the next match or so, and I'll be back.
Mexico.
Oni here I always kind of thought of as a stand-in for someone like the Great Muta or Jushin Thunder Liger. Just my personal thoughts. It's not really either here nor there. So I'm actually starting to get a little bit of a handle of the controls here, but I'm still not going to do all that well. I think I actually end up losing this match, come to think of it. Okay, now for the tag matches, you're going to notice we have a couple of extra fighters. We have Jumbo at the end and Scorp on this end. So I end up taking Scorp and the Mexican masked guy. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. Again, I always kind of thought of him as Rey Mysterio Jr. Stinger. Yeah, Stingray or whatever his name is. So that's my team. These are done as tornado tags, so there's no actual tagging. You're in there with your partner, fighting at the same time. And yeah, I will let the match speak for itself, I think.
Mexico.
Okay, so now we're going to take a look at a wrestler who is directly taken from an actual wrestler. The guy's a complete ripoff of him. His name here is Grater. His name is Grater. I'm going to let you watch his entrance, and then pause the video and see if you can figure out who he reminds you of. If you're a wrestling fan.
Los Angeles.
Alright, so go ahead and pause the video, see if you can figure out who he sounds like. And once the match starts, I'm going to tell you who I think he is. Okay, so the guy's name is Grader. He comes out to the ring wearing something that looks like some kind of an animal head. Let's see how many of you guessed it. I'm going to reveal who I think it is in 3, 2, 1.
It's time! It's time! It's Vader time!
That's right. Grader is definitely a stand-in for Big Van Vader. Now, I was a big fan of Vader's when he was wrestling. You should see some of his stuff from Japan, especially against Stan Hansen if you're a wrestling fan. That match where Vader got his eye popped out. Ooh, yeah, that was something. He was a big, stiff brother. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you a wrestling fan? Do you plan on watching either TakeOver or SummerSlam this weekend? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. If it's after the event, did you watch them? What'd you think of it? I'd love to hear what you think down in the comments below. I personally am planning on watching both of them. It's going to be a lot of wrestling this weekend, but hopefully it'll be a lot of good wrestling. This has been Al. I'll see y'all next time.